My name's Trent Ortner. I'm the executive director of the Redacted Caucus. I'm the founder of the Hibiscus Society. We're a liberty-based group. We are a Libertarian political caucus, and we're also a hybrid PAC, a carry committee. We just got started. We just signed our bylaws in April 9th, I think. So basically our mission is to unite constitutionally sanctioned and protected groups together, and for the purpose of ensuring liberty and freedom and making social changes. We're trying to start, raising awareness and money and funds to put money into projects. We're all volunteers. None of us take a salary, and we're trying to start raising money so we can start funding all these different projects in the country, throughout the country, that are related to political stuff. Like Patrick is a leader with the BLM movement here in Texas. Him and I have worked together for about a year now, and we're going to be doing a whole lot of different events in Texas to just kind of raise awareness and get people to start talking to each other and start find that middle ground that we know exists between the two far sides of the spectrum. And then from there, we're just, after that, we're getting behind bills and initiatives that we want to pass, and really, I would say our long-term goals are to have the Constitution interpreted as it's read, not as somebody else interprets it. We're constitutionalists. Yeah, you got any questions or anything?
Yeah, sure. So, I don't know if I haven't met you yet. So I've been filming the Hibiscus Society down at the Capitol quite a few times now, and of course they're very pro Second Amendment.
Mm-hmm.
So, with everything going on, Biden's trying to limit, how much, ammo you can buy, so on and so forth. Limit more gun laws, all of that. Is there any major concerns Texas just made a new gun law? Well, I guess it's in the works right now for
Constitutional carry.
Yeah, constitutional carry. That's it. Sorry.
Yeah.
So constitutional carry is starting to come up, and a lot of concerns are that now you can carry. You don't need a license for it now. What are you guys' kind of thoughts on that?
Okay.
It's something that's just stirring the minds of everybody right now in Texas.
Firearms are not scary. And the more people can normalize that, the less scary it's going to be. There's all kinds of research that goes into areas that have more people armed daily, publicly, that there is less crime. There is empirical evidence of that, in every situation. Because when you have, say for instance, there's 20 of us here right now. Say half of us are armed. Are you going to come here and try to rob somebody? Because no. Those 10 people are going to have the right to kill you. Especially here in Texas, we have the stand your ground law. So if somebody attacks you and you use your firearm to defend yourself, you're going to get a freebie. You're not going to face any jail time because and then you're protecting other people as well. The people that cause crimes and harm with firearms, most of the time they don't get them legally. There are times that somebody just cracks and he's completely legal to buy a firearms and he just snaps and goes on a rampage. But the evidence shows that most times it's the people that aren't allowed to have guns who get caught with them doing something wrong. You're not protecting the people with those with strict gun laws. You're protecting the criminals because it makes people an easy target. That's where we stand on that. Shall not be infringed is pretty self-explanatory. You don't have to read into it any further than what it is.
Okay. And Joe Biden, his administration, it's been very drastic. The changes that they're making right now. He first got into office and immediately it was executive orders, a ton of them. Where are you guys? What's your kind of thoughts on them? Do you guys like them, hate them? Are you guys just like, screw politics? What's your standing on it?
I mean, personally, and I can speak for our organization and the people that work with us. What did it change? Voting him into office, all it did, I saw people were voting just so they weren't voting for Trump. It was like, well, it's not him, so we're not voting for him. But voting Biden into office, what does that change? What has that done? How has anything been solved? If anything, it's gotten worse. Like the people in camps, the immigrants in camps, the immigrant issue. Biden has made it more stringent than when Trump was in office. And they just rebrand it and wrap it as something different. Like, oh, well, they have a TV now, so it's less, human rights violation. That's not true. And like all of these executive orders that he was signing, like a very large portion of them were executive orders to stop the executive orders that Trump wrote. So he was signing them to cancel out Trump's legacy or whatever Trump did. And what does that do? How does that help you or I or any of us? What does that solve? Like they're playing these partisan games in in the political spectrum, and it's affecting the country. Like their divisiveness is making us divisive. And it's for a reason. Like they do it purposely. Like they're very, very, very good at dividing and conquering. And we have to get away from that. This rally was supposed to be like a unity rally. We wanted people to start talking, open the conversation with the people that aren't out there voting or aren't out there doing their due diligence to make the country a better place. So that's who we're trying to reach. That's our audience. Are those people? We already know plenty of people that believe the same way we do. We aren't trying to convince them. We're trying to convince the rest of the silent majority that is completely unheard in our government right now.
Okay. And so my times with the Hibiscus Society, I've been to Black Lives Matter protests, and I've seen some of the members there as well. All the protests that's been going on, some of them turning violent. What's kind of like the standing with Hibiscus Society with that? A lot of the times you guys are out there to protect, in case something does happen. But we're seeing in, these major cities where these riots are turning very dangerous. You're getting a lot of people burning buildings, destroying property. If that happened in Waco right now, what would Hibiscus Society?
I'm not affiliated with Hibiscus Society at all.
Oh, I thought you said.
No, I'm one of the founders.
Oh, okay.
I founded it, but I don't have anything to do with their day-to-day stuff anymore. I'm completely focused on the Redacted Caucus for the Libertarian Party.
I apologize for that.
No, that's cool. That's cool.
So,
I knew what you meant. I know what you're the question you're asking. Ask it one more time.
So Black Lives Matter, if a violent protest happened right now in Waco, what's your thoughts on that? What should happen? Should they send in a whole bunch of troops to stop it immediately? Or, should you try to find some political, medium so that way everybody's happy? I mean, what do you think should happen with that? If something like that was to happen in our neck of the woods.
That's such a slippery slope, man, because that's really hard to answer that question because yes, the violence that comes with riots and the looting and the people that get hurt, it's terrible. It's terrible. Like no sane person of any kind of moral standing would ask for that. But I think really more than anything, it highlights our country and where we are at as a whole amongst the people. The ineptitude and the amount of fear that we have right now. And it's I can't justify, you know, robbing or looting a private business because I'm totally against that. But I also am against, you know, police coming in and dictating our lives. So it's like I said, that's a very slippery slope and gray area. I don't know. I don't know how to answer that, honestly.